In the land of I am more than I have been. I am more than I will be. I am that I am. In the land of I am more than I have been. I am more than I will be. I am all that I am. In the land of I am more than I have been. I am more than I will be. I am all that I am. In the land of I am more than I have been. I am more than I will be. I am all that I am. And the songs of all my great grandmothers and the dreams of all my great grandfathers and the way to rise beyond the pain or live, all live, all live in me. In the land of I am more than I have been. I am more than I will be. I am all that I am. In the land of I am more than I have been. I am more than I will be. I am all that I am. And the smiles of all the unborn children and the dreams of a better day to come, and the dance of heaven with the earth, all live, all live, all live in me. More than I have been, I am more than I will be. I am all that I am. In the land of I am more than I have been. I am more than I will be. I am all that I am. In the land of I am more than I have been. I am more than I will be. I am all that I am. In the land of I am more than I have been. I am more than I will be. I am all that I am.
All that I am.
All that I am.
More than I am.
All that I am. In the land of I am. In the land of I am.
In the land of I am.
More than I have been. I am more than I will be. I am more than I am. In the land of 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 I am.
Good morning. I'm Reverend John Riley, and I have the joy of serving as your senior minister. And it's wonderful to see you all here with us this morning. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being online, either live or during the week. Know that wherever you are in this very moment, you're in the right place at the right time right now. Yes? Yes, we are so blessed this morning to have with us our guest speaker, Rusty Gaillard, Margot LeDuc as our soloist, Russell Norman on piano, and the heartbeat, Ron E. Beck on drums. If you are new to Unity, what we want you to know is that Unity is a global spiritual community welcoming people from all walks of life. People looking for a deeper experience and expression of spirit in their lives, a greater sense of health, wholeness, and abundance, people looking for spiritual growth, transformation, and to do life better. We teach positive, practical spiritual principles that you can apply in your life every day to help you live a more joyful and abundant life. We're so blessed this morning to have with us. I got those two backwards. That's why I'm all flustered. And so we'll start the service with our opening song. I'll invite you all to stand as Margot leads us in song.
All righty. I'm in the right place at the right time.
Well, welcome everyone. It's so wonderful to see you all here today. In Unity, of course, we have 5 core principles that help guide us along our spiritual journey. The first principle, God is. There is only one presence and one power active in our life and in all the universe, God, the good omnipotence. And whether you call it God or isness or divine mind, that one presence and power is the substance and the intelligence innate in every person and in all creation. And that's the second principle, that each of us has within us that divine essence. You are all an original blessing, yes? Yes. Our third principle is what we call the law of mind action, for we know it's through our thoughts and through the things that we think and express and experience in the world that we have our experience of life. And so when we align our thoughts, our words, and our actions with that one presence and one power, we have the ability to transform our world. The fourth principle is the practice of meditation and affirmative prayer. The most effective way to become aligned and available with that one presence and one power is through meditation and affirmative prayer. It connects us with the creative, constructive power of God to work in, through, and as you. And finally, the fifth principle, the practical application, that as we put these principles into life in our life, that they become real for us. And so our daily practice is to allow these principles to work in our lives and allow that divine essence, that divine energy to flow. And all of these principles help us as we embody our vision statement. And our vision statement is on the screen, and I will invite you to affirm it with me. Together, centered in God, we co-create a world that works for all. And so it is.
How could anyone ever tell you you are anything less than beautiful? How could anyone ever tell you you are less than whole? How could anyone fail to notice that your love is a miracle? How deeply you're connected to my soul. How deeply you're connected to my soul.
Today's daily word is generous. And I'll read our affirmation and then invite you to affirm it with me. The abundance of the world flows through me. Together, the abundance of the world flows through me. I am securely in the flow of prosperity when I receive graciously and gratefully and share my abundance of generously. Whatever I share with a loving, giving heart blesses me as much as it blesses the one who receives it. Each time I share my supply, I am demonstrating my trust that I will always have what I need. When I share of myself, I am living my faith that I am divine, a divine being, empowered with limitless supply of divine ideas. The richness of an abundant universe flows through me. Knowing this, I don't hesitate to be generous so that others will know the abundance of the world as I know it. Through my giving, may they also know the blessing of the awesome power and grace of God. From 1 Corinthians chapter 2, verse 12, now we have received not the spirit of the world, but the Spirit that is from God, so that we may understand the gifts bestowed on us by God. And so it is.
I'm tired of the guilt that brings me pain. Now's the time for me to let go of the shame. The past behind me, I see anew. I'm ready for my change. Oh yes, I am. I'm ready for my change. I forgive me. I forgive me. Everything that I've been holding on to, I let go. I surrender. I surrender. Yes, I'm ready for my change. Oh, yes, I am. I'm ready for my change. I forgive them. I forgive them. Everything that I've been holding on to, I let go. I surrender. Oh, I surrender. Yeah, I'm ready for my change. I'm ready for my change. Oh, yes, I am. I'm ready for my change.
Beautiful. I'm ready for my change. Oh, yes. It is very much in line with the theme of our fall program that we are in the middle of right now, which is evolving out of not enough. Last week, you heard Reverend John talk about the first step in that process, which is to make a decision. If you want to evolve out of not enough, first of all, you have to make a decision to do that. Has anyone here ever had that experience? I know I've had this experience where you come here on a Sunday and you're uplifted and you're energized and you're excited and motivated and you feel connected with that spirit inside of you. And then 2 days later, life is happening again. It's like, oh my goodness, I've got all of these things going on. I've got bills to pay. I've got work to do. I've got things to do. And I just get so focused on what I have to get done. So part of evolving out of not enough is to make that decision to say, it doesn't just happen on Sunday. It doesn't just happen here while I'm sitting in this room or listening online or whenever it is, it's Sunday or later in the week that you're listening. It happens moment to moment. So today we're talking about the second step in this process of evolving out of not enough, which is to create a vision. It's envisioning what it looks like to evolve out of not enough. In 2019, before the pandemic, my wife Alex and I went to a Tony Robbins event. We flew across the country to Florida to get there, and we walked into this huge conference center with this massive room. And we were, Tony Robbins is not exactly what I would call a spiritual guru, but he's definitely like a self-help, self-improvement kind of guy, and he's really known for that. We walk into this room, and it was a little bit shocking, to be honest with you, because the room is enormous, first of all, and it's dark, but there's lights flashing, almost like a nightclub or something. It's freezing cold, and I mean freezing. It's like 50 degrees. They have the air conditioning cranked up to the supermax. And so we came in with jackets and hats, and there were people with gloves and everything. I mean, it was cold in there. So it's dark with flashing lights, it's cold, it's loud, they've got lots of loud music going on. And then Tony Robbins, he doesn't like to come on at 8 in the morning. He likes to come on at 9 at night, 10 at night, 11 at night, and it goes until the wee hours of the morning. So there's a part of me that was thinking, why does he do it like this? It's cold, it's loud, I'm tired. But I came to realize that maybe he did this intentionally. Maybe the purpose is actually to create this environment that out there in the world is challenging, and can we find it inside of ourselves? Can we connect with that part inside of ourselves to overcome the challenges that are around us? And in a way, there's a message similar to that we all face in life. Because there are always challenges out there. It may not be cold and loud, and you might not be tired, but there's probably something going on in your life that's a challenge. And can you connect with that part inside of you, even in the face of that challenge? It's kind of fun, actually, that Reverend John was walking through the principles today, the 5 principles, and he talked about the third one, which we describe as the law of mind action. Thoughts and mind produce after their kind. And if we hear that and we say, oh yeah, that makes sense to me, and maybe you think about the law of attraction or manifestation, you think about those things. But there's actually some really practical ways in which thoughts and mind produce after their kind. Let's take a real life example some of you may have experienced, which is to ask your boss for a raise. Now, if you go in to ask for your boss for a raise and you're thinking to yourself, my boss isn't going to like this. He's probably going to resist what I have to say. The economy's not very good. It's probably not a good time to do this. You might walk into your boss and say, excuse me, I've been here for a couple of years and I'd like to have a raise. Now, on the other hand, you might think to yourself, in contrast to that situation, you might think to yourself, I've been doing a great job here. My boss likes me, and my boss is open to this conversation, and I think this is going to go well. And in that situation, you might go into your boss and say, hi, boss, I wanted to talk to you about having a raise. I've been working here for a number of years and really making a great impact on the company, and I think it's time to have that conversation. Now, that's a very simple example, but if you're thinking there's going to be resistance and pushback, you're probably going to be a little bit more timid, maybe a little more hesitant. But if you're feeling positive about it and confident, you're going to come in and that's going to show through. So think about that for a moment and think that the thoughts that you're thinking turn into a belief, because all a belief really is a thought that you repeat over and over again. And so you form this belief about what's going to happen. And your belief informs what you do. Are you going to come in, hi, boss, I'd like to talk about a raise? Or are you going to come in and say, boss, I've been here and for a few years, I'm adding a lot of value, and I think it's time to have a conversation about a raise. Your actions reflect your beliefs. And which one do you think is going to be more effective? The one over here or the one over here? Right? Over here, of course. So how you act impacts your results. So you start to see the connection that how thoughts and mind produce after their kind, because what you're thinking turns into a belief that informs your action. Are you going to be more timid, or are you going to be more confident and assertive? And how you show up, your action impacts the results that you get. So thoughts and mind literally produce after their kind because of how you show up. So you might be able to imagine that, which is kind of something that you can play through in your own mind. But this has actually been studied by psychologists at Stanford. And I think this is super cool. I want to share with you 2 simple experiments that they did. A psychologist by the name of Aaliyah Crum. And in one experiment, she brought a group of volunteers in, and she gave them a protein shake. So this was described as something that's healthy, it's good for you, it's low in calories, it's high in protein, the kind of thing that should, be healthy. And what she was doing is she was measuring the level of ghrelin, which is a hormone in your body that indicates how hungry you are. So she gives them a protein shake, and then shortly after she measures this hormone to indicate how does your body respond. Is your body saying, I'm hungry or not hungry as a result of this shake? She sends those people away, and a few weeks later, she brings the exact same group of people back, and she gives them a second milkshake. Well, actually a milkshake, a second shake. This time it's a milkshake, and is described as indulgent and rich. Think about like Ghirardelli, right? Like the kind of thing you get at Ghirardelli. Like, this is a real treat, loaded with sugar and calories and all of that. And she gives them that milkshake, and afterwards, she measures this hormone to say, How full are they? Are they still hungry? Are they satiated by what they just ate? So you may not be surprised to find that in the second case, where she gives them this rich, indulgent milkshake, they feel more satiated. They feel full as a result of eating that milkshake, compared to the first shake, which was this healthy protein shake they ate. Now, all psychological experiments have some kind of trick to them, right? Well, the trick to this one was it was exactly the same shake that was given to them both times. Exactly the same. Same calorie content, same formula, same ingredients, exactly the same. The only thing that was different was what they were told. In the first case, they were told, this is healthy, it's good for you. And in the second case, they were told, this is a rich, indulgent treat. And in the second case, they were more full than they were in the first case. Now, this is not a conscious thing, right? This is not something you think through. This is your body responding to your beliefs. Thoughts and mind produce after their kind. The same psychologist, Aaliyah Crum, did a second experiment, and she did this with people who worked in a hotel who serviced the rooms. And one of the common complaints about these people was they didn't have time in their day to exercise. They said, look, I know exercise is important. Everybody tells me I should be exercising more, but I don't have time because I'm working all day and then I've got family and it doesn't fit into my schedule. What they did is they took two groups of people. And the first group they brought in and gave them a simple 20-minute presentation that explained to these people that the work that they were doing in the hotel, cleaning bathrooms, changing sheets, just turning over the rooms, is exercise. They said that work that you're doing is the same that most people would get by going to the gym for 20 or 30 minutes. You're working hard, you're doing it all day, you're getting a lot of steps in, you're getting your 10,000 steps. They simply explained to these people what they were doing was exercise. The second group, of course, they did nothing. They just let them go about doing their thing. When they brought them in several months later, they actually looked at the people. First of all, they asked them, have you done anything differently in your day? And they said, no, I'm just doing the same thing I've always done. But then when they measured the group of people that was told what they were doing was exercise, those people had lost weight, their blood pressure was lower, and they had physical signs of improvement in their fitness level. Now, think about that. They did not change what they were doing on a day-to-day basis. They simply learned that what they were doing was, in fact, exercise. And when you compared them to the group who didn't learn that information, the control group that didn't learn anything, nothing changed for them. But the group who learned that what they were doing was good for them showed physical signs of improvement in their health. Thoughts in mind produce after their kind. The challenge for so many of us, though, is that when we want to make a change in our life, we don't try to start with our thinking. Most of us try to say, I want to go change the results in my life. I don't want to, if you go, that thoughts, your thinking influences your actions. Again, are you going to show up timid with your boss or confident with your boss? And the actions impact the results. But when most of us want to change, we go looking at the results and say, this is the different result that I want to have in my life. Whether that's a change in our health or a change in our job, our financial situations, our relationship, wherever it is, we say, that's where I want to focus. I want to go focus on the outside world, not the inside world. Have any of you ever had a goal that you had in life, something you wanted to have or achieve, and then you got it? You realized and you actually achieved that goal. I'm sure you've all had that experience. Now, sometimes when we have those kind of goals, we think, hey, once I have this, then I'm set. Then my life is going to be great. But once you get that goal, does that feeling of greatness and accomplishment last forever? No, it doesn't. Maybe it lasts a few weeks, a few months at best. But at some point it fades away and you get used to things as they are. So if you go back in philosophy and you look at the Greek philosophers from 2,500 years ago, the Stoics, they talked about this exact same phenomenon. They said so many of us try to get outside of ourselves what it is we think will make us feel whole and complete and happy. So we go in pursuit of this thing outside of ourselves, hoping to get that internal experience of feeling good. But the problem, of course, is once you get that thing outside of yourself, then you're just on to the next thing. Because after you get it, you start to get used to it, it becomes part of your normal life, and you're on to the next thing. What comes next? This is very much a part of our human experience and a wonderful thing because we are all growing in this world. And yet it can in some ways be unfulfilling because you're never there. Even when you get the thing that you thought you wanted, there's always something more to get. And this, in fact, can become a little bit like a treadmill. You're going around and around and around because you get the thing that you wanted and then you're on to the next thing and you don't have that, so you go in pursuit of that, and when you get that, then you get used to it and you go looking for the next thing, and you continue to look for that thing outside of yourself under the assumption that once you get it, then you will be whole and complete, and you will feel whole and complete. If any of you have taken the class, the Quantum Living class, I know it's been offered a number of times. When I first took it, it was called The Art of Living as If Nothing and No One is Against You. And I love that name. But we could also call it the art and practice of living as if you have enough, because that's kind of the same thing. And if you've taken the class, you know one of the cornerstones of the class is you get a little card, and you fill out the card. And on one side, you fill it out with the characteristics of what you feel like when you don't have enough, when something is against you, when you're struggling with this outside environment, like it's cold, or it's dark, or it's late at night, like this Tony Robbins situation. When you're struggling with that, what does it feel like? And we can, the words that end up on that side of the card are anxious or stressed or frustrated, angry, short-tempered, those kinds of things. And the other side of the card is, what does it feel like when you're living as if you are enough and you have enough? And we talk about that as the Q card, which is the quantum card, your quantum self, when you're living as your best self. And of course, this side of the card has words like loving, grateful, generous, happy, abundant. And what we want in life is that feeling, to live more and more from that side of ourselves. So in step 2 of this fall program about evolving out of not enough, we're here to create a vision. Now, what is a vision? When we think about a vision, we tend to think of it as all of those things out there in the world, that once I have those things in my vision, then I will feel whole and complete. So I want to pose to you that the purpose of creating a vision, sure, there's a part of it that gives us that North Star about what it is that we want to work towards in our lives. But the other more important part of the vision is to help you connect with that part of yourself that already is whole and complete. Because it's so easy to focus on the things outside of us that are not going well. When I walked into that Tony Robbins event, man, it's cold and it's overstimulating with the light and the people and the noise, and it's late at night and I'm tired, and it's easy to get pulled into that sense of this is a challenging place to be. And yet there is a part of you that is bigger than any environment, than any circumstance, than any situation that you're in. And when you can live from that part inside of you that is bigger than the circumstance and environment that you're in, that is living as if nothing and no one is against you. That is how you evolve out of the sense of not enough. If you're going to create a vision, you have to start with asking the right question. Because your brain is a question-answering machine. If you ask yourself a question, your brain just goes to work. Boom, it's going to go try to figure out answers to that question. And if you ask the question, for example, how do I save up enough money to go out for a really special dinner at a special restaurant I've always wanted to go to? Your brain will go to work coming up with answers to that question. If you ask yourself the question, how do I spend a month in Italy living in a villa and get paid to do it? That's pretty cool. Well, your brain will go to work coming up with ideas. How could I do that? That sounds like kind of a fun thing. I wonder how I could get paid to spend a month in Italy living in a villa. So what question you ask will determine the outcome. It will determine the way your brain thinks. So if you're going to create a vision, you want to start with good questions. Most of you probably have seen pictures or are familiar with the fact that in certain parts of India, they've domesticated the elephant. You've probably seen pictures of people riding an elephant, or maybe even an elephant working as a beast of burden and carrying things or helping in an agricultural situation. But do you ever wondered, how do you train an elephant? I mean, elephants are huge, right? And we're these little people. How do we influence this massive animal? Well, they start when they're very young. And when an elephant is very young, they put a giant stake in the ground, and they take a big rope, and they tie one end to the stake and the other end to the elephant's ankle. And this little baby elephant will tug and pull and try to get away. But you've got a strong stake and a strong rope, and the elephant cannot break free. As the elephant gets older, of course, it gets bigger, it gets stronger, and you still have to wonder, I mean, geez Louise, how big a rope do you need to hold this giant full-grown elephant? But in fact, by the time the elephant is an adult, they can pull reeds from the side of the river and weave them together into a little braid of river reeds, and that is strong enough to hold the elephant in place. Why is that? It's because as the elephant has grown, it has learned not to pull away from the resistance when it feels the pull of the rope, but to lean towards it. It feels that little tug of tension, and it just leans back in and says, this is just how it is. And so a full-grown elephant can be held in place simply by river reeds. We're kind of the same way. We have, over the years, over time, we've developed thoughts and beliefs that hold us in place, just like those river reeds. Now, of course, a full-grown elephant could snap through those river reeds instantly. It's not a matter of capability. It's a matter of habit. It's a matter of the way that we think. And so, as you think about a vision, it's important to notice the river reed thinking that we all have. It's important to pay attention to those thoughts that say, oh, you could never do that, or I'm not good enough for that, or I don't know the right people, I don't have the right experience, I don't have the right contacts. That could never be the case for me. When you start to consider a vision that actually does light you up and pull you forward, those river reed thinkings are so quick to put you back in your place. So I mention that because as we think about creating a vision, I want you to just be aware of how does that river reed thinking show up for you. And as we go through this process, which we will do together in just a few moments, I invite you to, when you notice the river reed thinking, just say for a moment, I'm going to snap through this. Because it doesn't have to hold you back any more than river reeds can hold an elephant back. You have the capability to walk right through that and to move forward, have a bigger vision for yourself. And so I encourage you, as we go through this process of setting a vision, not to be held back by the river reed thinking. You'll notice it, but you don't have to succumb to it. So as we're going to set a vision, we're going to ask a good question, right? The question is not, what do I think I can accomplish? What would be nice for me? The question is, what would I really love? What would light me up? What would be an amazing expression of the best part of myself for me in terms of the impact I can have on the world, so having some good and impact for other people? And also, that's a bit of a stretch, right? That's going to stretch against that river reed thinking. You know, that's how you know you're creating a vision that is a good one for you. And so once again, this vision is a situation in your life or a configuration of your life that touches on all the different aspects of life. It touches on your health. It touches on your relationships, on your financial security, and on your work. Whether you're retired or paid for your work, you're still doing things in the world. And so your work is the energy that you bring to the world, how you are spending your days. So it is what you are contributing to the world. So once again, you look at all these different parts of your life, from health to relationship, to financial well-being, to the work that you're doing, and craft a picture for yourself of what does amazing look like, what really makes you come alive. For those of you who are participating in the fall program in the small groups, you'll have the opportunity as you meet with your small group to actually share this vision with others. Because one of the things that we will do is the vision is not just about the external circumstances, but it's about the way in which it can transport you into that. What does it feel like if that were actually happening? And that is tuning in to that cue card, those characteristics of what it feels like to live from your truest and highest and best self. And that is how a vision can be so powerful, because it doesn't just give you direction in the material world about how to spend your time and energy and what you're doing, but it also helps you come from that energy inside of yourself. As we know, thoughts and mind produce after their kind. And so it gives you the opportunity in a way to connect with the thinking and the beliefs that are your true highest and best self. So as we get ready to go into this visioning process, which we will do as a part of the meditation practice today, let's bring up the affirmation, because the affirmation will guide us as we move into this. And I'll say it once, and then I'll invite you to say it together with me. I open my mind and spirit to a powerful vision of abundance. All together. I open my mind and spirit to a powerful vision of abundance. So let's take that affirmation and take that belief into a time of meditation and prayer. So I invite you now to close your eyes if you're comfortable to do so, or to soften your gaze. And I will guide you through a process of meditation and creating a vision for yourself. So let's start with a nice deep breath. And as you exhale, take a long exhale through your mouth and just allow any tension or stress or strain to drain from your body. As if you were in the shower and the water runs from head to toe, as you have a nice deep exhale and long exhale, just imagine from head to toe any remaining tension or stress flowing out and down through your feet into the earth. Feel your feet solidly planted on the ground and the stability you can gain from being connected to the earth. And as you take a breath, ask yourself a large, expansive question. What would an amazing life look like for you? Allow your heart to expand, your mind to expand. Get creative. Think about abundant health, rich, abundant relationships, abundant finances, so you can do and contribute in the world the way you would like. Abundant work, where you have the impact you would like to have in this world. Notice the river reed thinking. Don't let that hold you back. As you start to form this picture of an abundant life for yourself, put yourself in the picture. Close the gap so it's not, wouldn't it be nice if, but isn't it marvelous that? Isn't it marvelous that this is the way your life is? The river reed thinking can really come into place here, but break through it just for this moment. And put yourself in that situation if you truly had rich and abundant life in your health, your relationships, your finances, your work. As you craft that picture, what does it feel like to be that person living that life? tune into those feelings of gratitude, abundance, joy, radiance. How wonderful it feels to live the life of your vision, your best life. Allow yourself to sink into that feeling and rest in that for a moment of stillness and silence. Connecting with that feeling of joy and abundance and gratitude is connecting with your source, connecting with that infinite creative energy that flows in, through, and as you. And as you connect with that feeling, allow it to grow inside of you. Amplify it and let it spread throughout the room, throughout the world, to all those people that we hold in our thoughts and prayers. For the people whose names are in our prayer box as a community, and anyone that you hold in your personal thoughts and prayers, you're welcome to say their name out loud or bring them to mind, and allow that rich, abundant energy that is connected to inside of you to surround them with love and ignite that spark inside of them to amplify their own sense of abundance and love and wholeness and expand through them out into the world. We bring that same sense of love and peace to all those who are impacted and affected by the conflict and the violence in our world, to those in Israel, in Palestine, in Ukraine. We hold them in our hearts and we see them glowing from inside, knowing that what is inside of them is bigger than anything that is outside of them. And we surround them in love and peace and well-being. We hold that same blessing for all the leaders of this world at the global level, national, state, and local leaders. And as we surround our world with a sense of love, we feel grateful. And we tune into that gratitude and we let it well up inside of us for this amazing sense of life and abundance that we all experience. And from that place of joy, we sing the Alleluia. And with a nice deep cleansing breath, I invite you to come back to this space and open your eyes if you've not already done so. Unity Palo Alto is here to support you and to support this world in bringing that light into the world, not just here on Sundays, but every day through the week. Our evolutionary purpose statement is transforming lives and inspiring people to make a positive difference in the world. Unity is here because of you. We are Unity, as a matter of fact, and we are all here together because of your financial support. Unity in Palo Alto does not receive any outside financial assistance. It is entirely supported by the people who make up this community. And we thank you for those of you who are already contributing on a regular basis. There are many ways to make a donation to Unity. For those of you who are here in person, there's a silver box in the back of the sanctuary. You're welcome to deposit a love offering there. If you're online, or if you prefer, you can always visit our website, and there's the blue Give button, which you see on the screen, or you can scan the barcode. There are many ways to support Unity Palo Alto, and we are all grateful for the work that you do to make this world a better place, and the work that we do together to make this world a better place. But no matter how you give, or how much you give, or what you give, it is the way in which you give that makes a difference. And so the affirmation that we say is on the screen behind me, and I invite you to say it all together with me. Divine love from me blesses and multiplies all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive.
I can see clearly now the rain is gone. I can see all obstacles in my way. Gone are the dark clouds that have me blind. It's gonna be a bright, bright, sunshiny day. It's gonna be a bright, bright, sunshiny day. Oh yes, I can make it now, the pain is gone. All of the bad feelings have disappeared. Here is that rainbow it's gonna be a bright, bright, sunshiny day. It's gonna be a bright, bright, sunshiny day. Look all around, there's nothing but blue skies. Look straight ahead, nothing but blue I can see clearly now, the rain is gone. I can see all obstacles in my way. Gone are the dark clouds that have me blind. It's gonna be a bright, bright, sunshiny day. That's right. Yeah, it's gonna be a bright, bright, sunshiny day. Yeah, it's gonna be a bright, bright, sunshiny day. Yes, it is gonna be a bright, bright, sunshiny day.
Well, it is a bright, sunshiny day in our heart, yes? No matter where we are, no matter what we're doing, that light shines within you. Well, let's share that light with each other. I'll invite you all to stand, to turn to the center aisle as we bless each other. The affirmation will be on the screen. And get those hands warmed up. And are you ready? Together, I love you, I bless you, I appreciate you, And I behold the light in you, and so it is. You may be seated. There are so many ways in which you can experience all that is Unity Palo Alto. Coming up, we have it right after the service at about 11:15 is Spiritual Coffee Talk. I'll be in the Learning Center and on Zoom, so you can join me in there, and we'll have just a get-together to talk about any spiritual topic that you'd like to talk about. Also today, after the service, is Eric Armstrong's Energy Flow Yoga and Meditation. That begins at noon out in the parking lot. Is that correct? It is. All right. 20 minutes of a drop-in meditation for everyone else to hear, and we follow that up with a posture practice. And a posture practice. The last half hour is just sharing with each other and whatever topic comes up. And sharing with each other. So that's at 12 o'clock with Energy Flow Yoga and Meditation. And then, but wait, there's more. At the next Sunday, is that next Sunday? Next Sunday is the fourth Sunday of the month. And Bring Your Own Lunch Brunch is back. So all you have to do is bring your lunch and join us out on the tables in the courtyard after the service. June Riley leads us in experiences of connecting with each other. There are topic questions, so you don't have to worry about how to connect with each other. Just bring your own lunch and create that spiritual community that we are all known for. And then, but wait, there's more. Pickup parties. There are two great pickup parties coming up. First off, there's Paula's Beauty on the Inside Out Tea Party. That's on Saturday, October 21st at 11 a.m. at her home. Paula, are you here? She's not here. She's getting ready. Special women, are you ready for something yummy? Join 3 other women for a delightfully intimate gathering. Paula will guide you through a cleansing and nourishing facial. Afterwards, you will enjoy a variety of teas of your choice, as well as savory, sweet delights. You will leave feeling pampered and beautiful inside and out. Don't hesitate. There are just a few tickets left. Also, on Sunday, October 29th, it's Halloween bingo with a twist. Are you ready for bingo? Bingo plus surprise swap. So wear your costume, bring your luck. This is one you don't want to miss. The fun starts right after the service in the Yes Hall. The $10 fee covers one bingo card. More cards are available when you get there. And when you win, you pick a new prize or take an open prize. Prizes can move 3 times. Oh my goodness, prize stealing. Is that Unity? Okay, whatever. Let's fill up the Yes Hall. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bingo. And finally, I just want to let you know there's so many ways in which you can discover what's happening at Unity Palo Alto on our website. Feel free to check us out and find out what's happening. Also, if you are in the Fall Enrichment Program or you just want to go through the practice, the Step 2 Envision Spiritual Reflections Guide will be on our website this afternoon, as well as in the courtyard on the table. You can pick that up when you leave today. So with that, I would like to invite our prayer chaplains to please stand. If you are in need of affirmative prayer, our prayer chaplains, Solana and Karen, are here to affirmatively pray with you, to hold sacred space, and to support you through your prayer experience. You can find them right where they're standing after the prayer service, and we're so grateful for the love that you share with our spiritual community. Thank you so much, Solana and Karen. And now I invite you all to stand as we sing our song of peace.
Let there be peace on earth,
And let it begin with me. Let
there be peace on earth, the peace that was meant to be. With God as creator, family all are we. Let us walk with each other in perfect harmony. Let peace begin with me. Let this be the moment now. With every step I take,
And now our prayer for protection. Together, the light of God surrounds us, the love of God enfolds us, the power of God protects us, the presence of God watches over us. Wherever we are, God is, and all is well. Love and blessings, everyone. Have a wonderful week.
In the land of I am more than I have been. I am more than I will be. I am all that I am. In the land of I am more than I have been. I am more than I will be. I am all that I am. In the land of I am more than I have been. I am more than I will be. I am all that I am. In the land of I am more than I have been. I am more than I will be. I am all that I am. The song of all my great grandmothers and the dreams of all my great grandfathers and the ways that rise beyond the pain of living in the land of I am more than I have been. I am more than I will be. I am all that I am. In the land of I am more than I have been. I am more than I will be. I am all that I am.
I love singing with you, Margot.
You're